Hello, welcome back. So this is my review of Premier Gel and I'm showing you the colours I'm going to be using. So that one was Parma Violet and this one's Unicorn. So I've done an infill on my nails, just a quick infill, and so this is just to show you how I apply the gel polish. So yes, I'm applying my first layer of Parma Violet now. Sorry about the camera not being in focus. It will go back into focus. Really annoying when it does that. See, it's a bit streaky on the first coat, but that's literally just the first coat, and you can see I'm applying it really thinly, not slopping loads on. But I'm making a mess. Getting it everywhere on my hand and on my cuticle area. Hands are really not very steady at the moment. Well, this video was filmed a while ago actually. My hands are just not steady at all. I did enjoy using these gels though, and I think the colours were really nice. You'll see later on that I did actually put 3 layers on, because especially with the that lace nail that I had, the black lace, it was still showing through, so it took 3 coats to get that completely covered and even. Maybe if I'd done the layers slightly thicker, I could have got away with 2 coats, but I did apply it really thinly. I don't like to put masses of gel on because it really does take away from the shape of the nail. Yeah, so I'm just using a clean up brush at the moment with some rubbing alcohol and just going around the cuticle area and sidewalls just to make sure it's all nice and neat. I like it to be nice and neat, and make sure there's none on my skin. I finished cleaning up my cuticle area and sidewalls, cured that layer for 30 seconds, so not a full cure, because I want the next layer to adhere really well. So 30 seconds, so I can go in with my second layer. It's been fun using some gel polish again, because I sort of go through phases where I use a lot of gel polish, and then I go through phases where I'm just using loads of acrylic, and yeah, so I go through phases of what I prefer to use. And getting these new gel polishes was so exciting. Oh my goodness, I was so excited. It's the first UK brand, I suppose, yeah, that I bought a good amount from. I mean, I've got a few from Saint Nails and all that gel, but this was the first sort of big haul of gel that wasn't, you know, Chinese stuff from eBay that I purchased. It was really nice to finally get some professional products in that I know will definitely have the correct MSDS sheets, or SDS sheets as they're now known, and adhere to the regulations of the UK and as well as Europe. So yeah, it was important for me. If I want clients, then I'm going to have to make sure that everything is legit. The Chinese stuff, most of it is fine, you know, it is fine. However, because we can't make sure that they're on the portal, and we've imported it. There's so many loopholes to go through that it can actually void your insurance if you use them on clients. I mean, I have my Elite 99 and I love it. I think it's really good stuff and it's so dirt cheap. So I will continue to use that on myself, but if I'm using it on a paying customer, then that's a no-no, you know. So I would keep my, well, let's say the UK brands, I would keep that for customers, and the eBay stuff for personal use. It's perfectly fine for personal use, in my opinion anyway. I've not had any problems with it, but you also have the risk of, you never know what they put in these things, so you do have to be careful. So whilst I was waffling on, that was the second layer done, and now I'm going in with the third layer, and obviously I cured the second layer for 30 seconds again. So yes, third layer going on now, and again I'm trying to keep it as thin as possible because I don't want the nails to look really bulky. Gel polish has a tendency to do that, and as you can see I'm capping the tips right now, and then I'll go in and finish painting the actual nails. Makes it easier sometimes when you don't have to go back and cap. You just cap them all and then paint them, and you don't have to keep smoothing over what you've already smoothed, if you know what I mean. Because if you paint the nails, then cap the tip, then you have to smooth it over again. Otherwise, you get really, it will get bulky towards the end of the free edge, and that never looks nice. So yeah, sometimes it's worthwhile to just go and cap first, and then apply the polish to the nails, so you're not repeating what you've done, time saver wise. Just a little tip for you. Sometimes I also, after I've gel polished and top coated and everything, sometimes I do actually go in with a hand file and just tidy up the edges, just to bring them in a bit if they look a bit too bulky. It's just an option you can do. Or you could do that before you top coated, and then top coat and seal it in, whatever way you prefer. I've never had a problem doing it either way, but if you worry about chipping and stuff, then I'd suggest doing it before you top coat. So I've got these decals, these water decals, and I fancied putting some on my nail. So cut one out, and you'll see I'll take the plastic off, and then I'll dunk it in some water, just like so, and I'll leave that there to sit for a few seconds, and then I try and put some glitter on. Now, as you will see, it's not sticking. Well, hopefully you can see that, and I'm out of shot an awful lot. Yeah, it wouldn't stick. Premier Gel, once you've done a full cure of 60 seconds, it doesn't have a really tacky layer. It's hardly tacky at all, so the glitter wouldn't stick, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? So I thought, alright, leave that one for a minute, go in with the unicorn, which is what I wanted to do on the ring finger, so doing that. And then I grabbed the rubber base and put that on the nail I wanted to put the glitter on, to give the glitter something to stick to. So next time what I'll do is, I won't full cure, I'll partial cure for maybe 15 seconds, and then burnish in my glitter. I think that way it will work, because it will still be a bit tacky. So just something to bear in mind if you want a tacky layer to burnish into. Do not full cure Premier Gel. So I've cured that. I think I did. Oh my gosh, it was a while ago. Can't remember. Well, I'm putting my decal on now anyway. Can't remember if I cured that base coat yet or not. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I didn't cure it yet. So the base coat is still wet. It's not been cured. So I'm applying the decal straight into the wet rubber base coat and applying some more glitter, because you can never have enough glitter. Right, so I've cured that now. and now I'm using some nail glue to add some glitter dots. Now, had I thought about the glitter dots beforehand, I would have added them before I cured the rubber base, but yeah, it was an afterthought because I was going with the flow with these nails. I didn't really have much of a plan. So yeah, in hindsight, had I thought of putting the dots on beforehand, I would have put them onto the rubber base before I cured it, instead of having to add glue to add them on. I didn't want to put another layer of base on, so, because again, like I said, I'm trying to keep the bulk down, so that's why I'm using the glue. It worked, did the job, and I'm out of frame. Come on, Karen, sort your life out. So I'm literally just adding more dots on. I'm so sorry I'm out of frame. Oh, Karen, get in shot. Barely in shot. There we go. As I finished, then I was in shot. Oh my god, I'm out of shot again. Sort your life out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So, glitter dots have added. Time for top coat. Woohoo! Yes, end of the mani. Thank goodness. So this is the High Shine No Wipe top coat. It's a mouthful. It is. And it's actually a really nice top coat. It's got a good consistency. It didn't run everywhere. You know, it didn't run back into my cuticles too much or anything. I do get some on my sidewalls, but that's because I've got deep sidewalls. So when I try and get the edges, it's really hard not to catch the skin. So yeah, if I get any on my skin, I clean it up before I cure, always. And I just use a brush with rubbing alcohol to get that off. Isn't that Parma Violet a really lovely, delicate colour? And I love the unicorn over the top of it. I think that's gorgeous. It's so sparkly. I was really happy with that nail. Really loved that unicorn over it. Stunning. Wasn't that keen on this nail. I don't know. Didn't like it in the end. I think I shouldn't have put the dots on. Kind of regretted that. But oh well. So I'm putting another layer of top coat over that nail with the decal and the glitters, because those glitters were really quite chunky and they needed sealing in better. So yeah, I went in, top coated it again, and you'll see now that I'm going in with my file. It's a buffer file, and I'm sort of trying to get my shape back because it did get bulky. There was so I took a hand file to the sidewalls and free edge, and then buffing block over the top to smooth it because it was a bit lumpy. Like I said, the glitter was quite chunky. And then I will top coat it again after I've cleaned off all the dust with some rubbing alcohol. So yeah, final top coat. I know I've top coated it a million times now, but yes, this is the final layout, promise. And there we go. So in with my gorgeous cuticle oil, give that a rub in. And there we have it, all done. I'm going to show you some pictures now, and then at the end you'll see what the nails look like after wearing them for a while. I had to do a close-up of the unicorn. Look how pretty! It's so pretty! Here are the nails after a week and a half, nearly 2 weeks, and you can see they've lasted really well. I like the Premier Gel. I can recommend it. It applies nicely. It's worn really well. I'm trying to show you the tips at the moment, but yeah, it wore really well. Yes, I had to put 3 coats on, but like I said, I put them on really thin, so probably if I'd done it slightly thick I could have got away with 2 coats, but that was to cover the design that was underneath. But yeah, there you have it. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now, peeps.